It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at Davante Adams. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Raiders and the Colts next on Madden NFL 24.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis, we are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin on this final day of 2023, New Year's Eve. Folks are fine-tuning their resolutions. Fitness clubs ready for that January boon. But these two teams have one more important piece of business to take care of before the calendar turns to 2024.
And I'll be one of those, trying to get it going in January, trying to get my physical fitness on. But first,
the final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway, Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. On the option left, Richardson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Got his open man. It's Mallory. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. They'll be led out by the veteran in his 10th NFL campaign, Jimmy Garoppolo.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes Abdullah on the return. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's Jacobs from the gun. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Raiders had a woeful 3-12 on the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's into the secondary. Touchdown! Michael Mayer. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Oh, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Now a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Richardson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Richardson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You look at this Raiders defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around it. Number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. From the shotgun, Richardson. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Off the option, here's Taylor. Oh, able to avoid him. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Richardson to throw off play action. It fights him off. Escaping the under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Taylor is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, and you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Garoppolo now. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carter. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Play action. Garoppolo. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 76 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. 11 yards for number 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Richardson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Moss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
On 4th and goal, here's the option. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Anthony Richardson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Amir Abdullah, he might score. He will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Second down, another run with Taylor. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On third down, here's Taylor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Abdullah to return. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Garoppolo. That is caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. It's Myers again with another catch. Third down and 1. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Richardson. That complete to Downs. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 113 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Open man is Uzama. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They go play action with Richardson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Richardson looking to throw this. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Throw right side, pulled in by Mayer. And he's brought down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Slant to Adams. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 3rd and 2. Garoppolo. Touchdown Raiders. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Taking it right down Broadway. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown Colts. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carter. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Garoppolo's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw there complete to Myers. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they lead the visiting Atlanta Falcons at halftime. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Ryan Tannehill's thrown a touchdown there. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he finds Howard complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Garoppolo now. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as he gets this up past the 40. On the option to give to Taylor here. A solid stiff arm. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 143 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Again, it's Taylor. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Richardson working from the gun. He stiff arms him. Hard running at the 15. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Touchdown, Colts! Isaiah McKenzie. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Play action. Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Takes it to about the 37.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They run the option on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Minshew. That complete to Downs. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Open man is Uzomah. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Here's Minshew. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On second down, it's Taylor. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Richardson. Powering forward. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor for his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. Now Abdullah, the return. And he returns this to the 22. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Garoppolo on 1st down. The slant connects with Davante Adams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action. Now Garoppolo. Got a man. It's Mayer. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Once again, it's Jacobs. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got them another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They go with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Richardson to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll hand off to Hull. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gay's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now Abdullah, the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Counter play with Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Shoves him aside. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This offensive line starting to win up front. And win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Garoppolo to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jacobs will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. First target, first catch, and a first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Now 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. Richardson out of the shotgun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now it's Richardson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 25 yards that time.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here comes Jacobs. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And that's complete to McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Now Richardson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Richardson. Pass complete to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Trying to oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Raiders, they get a rare victory. They're 4th to go with their 12 losses. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.